What's up everyone, Jase Dussia here. With me today, I have the Generation 2 of the Edge 540 120cc from Flex Innovations. The G1 has been a very popular airframe since it came out at the beginning of 2023. You've probably seen it around at many events and competitions. It's been a very successful airplane for many different reasons, flies great, and seems to fit everyone's flying style really well. So we definitely decided to go forward with this G2, which has been in the works for a little while. The big goal on this one is to make the assembly process a lot easier, not only out of the box, getting it to the point of ready to fly, but also at the field as well. All toolless assembly is a big highlight on it. It also has a few small aerodynamic changes, which I'm going to talk about. But with me right here, I have the fuses. So I'll start with the fuselage part of the airplane, and I'll get the wings on it, and we'll get the whole picture. One of the biggest highlights on the G2 Edge 540 is the Flex Innovation speed lock system. On the canopy, just like the other Flex airplanes that have this system, pull out in rotation and it's unlocked. So I'll pull the canopy off, we can take a look inside. Here, one of the canopy locks is unlocked. To lock it in place, simple rotation, and it latches right in. So the canopy is now off the airframe, and we've got a little closer look at it. We have the foam cockpit set pre-installed from the factory. The pilot figure is a very simple installation with the 2 bolts on the bottom. Aluminum dowel pins in the front. All right, now we got to look inside the fuselage with the canopy off. One thing that stands out here is a new anti-rotation system for the wings. My setup, I'm using a Spectrum Power Safe receiver. You can see it mounted there. 2 tanks, 1 fuel, 1 smoke. Holy smoke smoke pump. These are where I have my batteries located. 2-cell 2000 to 2500 milliamp batteries. One nice feature on the G2 Edge is blind nuts for the landing gear installation, which make for a very simple and quick install of the landing gear. I look down through the tail of the airplane. Tube here for the tail extensions. So overall, a pretty straightforward layout inside the fuselage. Moving up towards the cowling. 2 bolts inside the fuse to mount the cowling, and 2 bolts on the outside. There's one here, and that one is mirrored on the other side. Bottom pressure lip is pre-opened, so you do not have to cut that out, as well as this carburetor inlet that's pre-cut. The G2 Edge features formed fiberglass baffling for the cowl inlets. It's a very simple installation, just minor trimming for your engine application. And of course, showcased here, the 2 spinner options that match the corresponding color schemes. A nice touch for the G2 Edge. We have painted landing gear from the factory, silver for the green color scheme, and yellow for the other one, along with landing gear cuffs. I've flipped the airplane upside down for a better view of a few things. Here we have the carburetor inlet with the cowling, which is pre-cut, as I said, as well as the pressure lip opening and the 2 bottom cowl bolts. One thing about this cowling as well, it comes with a clear template to cut for the exhaust openings on the bottom of the cowling. Another view of the landing gear cuffs, and landing gear bolts that are bolted on through the pre-installed blind nuts in the fuselage. Here with the G2 Edge, we have a wheel pant saver system, which extends the life of your wheel pants, especially on grass runways. Removable bottom hatch here, which serves multiple purposes. The Edge also comes with another hatch, which would be placed in front of this one. I'm running one here just for exit air cooling. It's also a tool used for a canister or pipe installation, and of course, easy access through the bottom of the fuselage for setup or maintenance. We also have provisions in the fuselage for the pipe mounts, which come with the ARF kit. While the airplane is upside down, it gives us a good view of the speed lock system for their horizontal stabs. Right now it's in the lock position. To unlock it, I'll pull out, move up from oriented on the bottom of the airplane, so towards the runway, and now it's unlocked. The G2 Edge does have a removable rudder with a simple pin system with a 90-degree bend on top. That's just a small piece of Blenderm tape there to help keep it in place. And it looks like I've had a little too much fun with this one. One cool feature on the G2 Edge that saves a lot of time during assembly is the control horns are painted to match the color scheme, and they're also pre-installed. All right, so we've got the wings canopy on it. It's all ready to go. The only thing it would need at the field is some batteries, fuel, and maybe some smoke. Aerodynamically, the differences between the G1 and this G2. The first thing is the thrust angle is tweaked a little bit to enhance performance all around, and a new rudder design to achieve the same goal as well. One of the biggest things, obviously, that sticks out with this one is the two new color schemes, designed in collaboration with Clint Sweet. He knocked it out of the park as always. It fits the Edge really well, and the two options are very contrasting, but they complement each other very well, and they both show up nicely in the air. So as I stated before, one of the biggest goals with this G2 Edge was ease of assembly and the inclusivity that you get as an ARF kit. So I think everyone's going to like it for multiple reasons, from the time they get it out of the box to the time they get it in the air and hopefully put many, many flights on it. Now that we're ready to put the wings on it, I've got one wing on here and locked using the speed lock system. I'm going to talk you through this next one. First step, obviously make sure the speed lock system is unlocked. The Edge features provisions for MPX connectors, which work well for the dual aileron servo setup. Here we have both aileron servos, which are connected to the MPX connector. Now we're going to slide the wing on, and the first thing is we're going to connect the MPX connector. Here's the enlarged anti-rotation tube. The wing is now fully seated. And with the speed lock system for the wings, you can normally just push right down and it locks in place. Just make sure that the handle is in the locked position and that it doesn't go too far past its provision. We're going to do the same for the second one in the rear. Again, on the other side, just to get another view. This is an example of it going a little too far past its provision. Not necessarily a bad thing, because if it does come up, chances are it's going to lock in place. But just to install it correctly, make sure that the handle sits into the provision just like that. So that concludes the basic overview of the new G2 Edge 540 120cc from Flex Innovations. Be sure to stay tuned on social media for more resources such as this, about this airplane and others, flying videos, photos, you name it. Really looking forward to seeing everyone enjoy this edge. I've had a lot of fun with it, and we're all really happy with how it came out. So hope you all enjoy and stay tuned.